What it do with the businesses, folk, family, and friends? If it ain't messy, it ain't me, man. We in the building right now. Um, it's Hump Day, and we gonna get straight to it, man. I had a great weekend last weekend. Some of y'all do know, and for those of y'all who don't know, we had a great day for the camp in the XLBC and ICBR registries. We did some we did some okay situations. You know what I mean? We went ahead and knocked out that that championship for Potter's House Medusa. A pigsty, man. Beautiful, well built, crazy, crazy female, but nonetheless she's mine. She's mine, and I'm a, I'm a claimer. Um, um, a lot of us out there in the community like to be able to have access to go to shows and meet and greets. What's going on, Maurice? Um, I see a lot of people starting their businesses. This topic at hand is just it's just I'm just dropping knowledge and nothing big, but something that the people need to know, support, because a lot of people get online and they say the cliche, oh, my family ain't supporting me. Strangers support me more than my family will. I mean, the reality of it, if you are in the business, you got to realize first and foremost, your family and friends, um, they're consumers in this world. No matter what you got going on, they're consumers first. So the truth be told, they might not like your goddamn product. So what if you're washing cars? So what if you're, um, so what if you're, making T-shirts? So what if you paint houses? So what if you put on roofs? They might not be a roof type person. You know what I mean? So you have to take that into consideration when I see a lot of people get online. They start flagging that they're not getting supported. They're not getting, they're not getting shown love. Um, for their task at hand. Um, to get support, I say first and foremost, man, you got to be able to support yourself. What does support yourself mean? You got to be able to forge through and make your way towards your goal, your task, your destination, hearing 1,000 no's that no, I don't support you, meaning I will not buy into your program. I will not buy into your service. I will not buy into your idea. I will not buy into your dream until the time appoints itself where they feel comfortable to do so and try their hand on whatever product or service you're offering. You know what I mean? So that's supporting yourself. Supporting yourself is nickel and diming whatever you got to do instead of normally spending that shit on soda or spending it on weed or porn or whatever it is that you spend your money on, car parts, and putting it to the mission, whatever you feel is special and Um, what's up, Crystal? Whatever you feel is near and dear to your heart. That's it. That's supporting yourself. Supporting yourself is every fucking day. If you decide I want to have a car washing business, you might have to wash your car every fucking day to show people how dedicated and how good and how pristine your car clean and you know what I'm saying, and keep doing that and do that until somebody catches on. Because all you want in any business and anything that you do is to get word of mouth. If you're having a show or a meet and greet, you know they say word of mouth is one of the best tools out there. It still is. You know what I mean? Um, Social media definitely is a powerful tool, but you gotta let people see that you're basically what not Fat Joe, Baby said, you know, from Cash Money. He said you gotta for the rap game, you know, you gotta be willing to show you ready to die for this type of shit. Back up your words, your feeling. If this is your true art, your passion, whatever you do, in the sense you don't have to necessarily die like kill yourself, but people want to see that you're giving your all because at the end of the day, you're doing it for you, but you're doing it for you so people will see your service and see your level of service, whatever your endeavors are. Again, you could be a typewriter, you could be a coach if you're in the coaching, you know, but no one, and anybody can show me different. No one will come out the door like, oh, I just want to give you $100. Oh, I just want to give you $1,000 because I believe in that T-shirt right there. I just want to. It don't work like that. But then we get online and we complain and we go through, you know, we go through our emotions of who's really there for us and who, you know, again, the cliche is people outside of my family support me more than people inside. Your family is our customers, your friends are customers. They might not necessarily like your product, and they have that right. That doesn't mean you should stop doing what you're doing. And that don't mean you should necessarily disown your family because a lot of us get into that rut to where we want to say, you know what, you don't support me, so fuck, you know, fuck the family, fuck the friends, and cut everybody off because no one's saying, you know, I want to come along on the journey of what you're doing, and you feel like they don't love you or respect you because, you know, they're not donating to your cause. That's not their problem. That's what we call a you problem. You know what I mean? What's up, Ike? That's what we call a you problem. You're like, damn, I got 30 family members around here and nobody fucking with my business. Okay, so you got to make sure you go that much fucking harder to get the other people, you know what I mean, that want to spend time or money on your situation. Because at the end of the day, we all working for money. We ain't working to talk to people's face. Ike, shout out to OBX, Outer Banks, K9 training service. I'm sure if Ike go and you do Dremel, you know, dog nails and dog training and correction and things like that. After working, you know, 3 hours a day on that dog, you're not gonna just, you know, shake the person's hand and say I appreciate you and walk away. You're gonna be looking for payment of service, you know, for your skill set. You know what I mean, for your time. You know what I mean. So you have to work constantly for yourself. You, I'm sure they dremeled their dogs to death. So when they walked around or were in the dog community, wherever they need to be with their dogs, they're like, damn, your dog is well kept. Damn, your dog is well groomed. Damn, your child is well kept. Damn, your car is so clean and detailed. Damn, that house is so nice. How do you get it so clean? Oh, I power wash it. What do you use? Oh, I do such and such service. You got to keep grinding and keep grinding. What's up, Big Bone? And keep grinding. What's up, Gab? And keep grinding and grinding. You know what I mean? Stop blaming your family. And I've been that guy. Stop blaming your family. Nobody fucking supports me. You got to support yourself to the utmost. Basically, like Jesus hanging on the cross. You got to give it your all for somebody to be like, I wonder if he really was Jesus. You know what I mean? I wonder if he really is a car detailer. I wonder if he can breed dogs. I wonder if he is a good dog trainer. I wonder if he is a good painter. I wonder if he is a good computer builder. I wonder if he is a good sign maker. You know what I mean? You got to give your all. So don't be discouraged um, um, by the things that are right there in front of you as far as what you feel support is. Support comes in different ways. Support comes from them same people who you say, fuck my family, fuck my friends, to say, hey, regardless of if I buy into your situation, I believe in you and what you're doing. That doesn't mean I have to buy anything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can you come in and help me load up such and such? Hey, you mind coming out? You know what I mean? It's different ways of showing physical support other than you saying, damn, this person is not buying my situation. Or damn, these people are not coming to my shows. You know what I'm saying? There's I posted earlier today that You have to learn how to build a relationship, not just buy into one. People think because they throw a couple dollars around, which is some old school, I don't want to say street shit, whatever you want to call it, but it's called greasing the wheels. Some people like to, they see a whatever relationship they're looking for what it is, and they're like, look, I know this is platonic, I know this is superficial, so hey, I'm gonna smile, sing, and dance, and finesse basically to go ahead and try to get the optimal performance out of this relationship, which is, a business relationship. Some people, they're not actually your friends. I posted again earlier. Once you learn how to separate family, friends, and colleagues, your life will be that much easier. You can figure out who was supporting you, what does support mean to you, what does integrity mean to you. These things are essentially needed for you to accomplish your task. Whatever your business is, whatever your hobby is, whatever your goal is. So again, you can't blame your family and friends, because when you have a true vision and true task, there's a level of accountability that comes in when you're trying to do some things. And often enough, the family and friends come on the latter part of the journey after everybody else catches on and say, hey, I'll get a dog from you. Hey, I'll get a t-shirt from you. Hey, I'll buy a car from you. Hey, but it's been, 5 years, 10 years past. But then we often turn back around to the same people still like, you do it just because you can, or you just say, fuck you, I don't want to fuck with you at all, man. I want to give a quick shout out, man, to Get More Graphics. If you look directly behind me, point right there, you see one of the banners, many banners that we have. Get More Graphics down at the bottom, Facebook and Instagram, GITMORGRAPHIXS. They do our banners, road signs, embroidery. We got signs over here in the corner, Meet the Doobies, stickers, card magnets, you name it. They do, like I said, embroidery, hats, screen print. They're our go-to one-stop shop, Get More Graphics. I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate you guys sponsoring. At the end of the day, that's the type of support and love we do. A strong foundation, God first, a good product, good friendship, and it makes things a lot easier, man. But if you start looking towards your family and friends, and I say friends to the people you feel, intimately, you don't share part of yourself in an intimate way with, it's going to crush you every time. I think you have to go with the tenacity and mindset of without them, because when you go to the military, you leave your friends and family, which you know to be friends and family, behind to accomplish your goals. So that means you basically meet some new strangers, and you're basically digging within yourself to figure it out and see, how can I accomplish this goal? You know what I'm saying? You have to dig deep in. What's going on, Miss Lynn? What's up, Stephanie? I appreciate you, man. You have to dig deep within yourself to go ahead and see these things through. And you have to learn how to build relationships. You have to learn how to partnership with the proper people. And more importantly, do what you say you're going to do. That's probably one of the biggest things. That's right, I guess a you business, man. What's up, E? You got to be able to all day, appreciate you, stuff. You got to be able to do what you say you're going to do at the end of the day. And that's what people really want to see. You know what I mean? You could say you could make a shirt, but they want to see it is, in the beginning stages, is their shirt, the product that they buy, going to be the one that messes up and break down? Is their car going to be the one that they buy from your car shop that's a lemon? You know what I'm saying? Is their dog that they finally buy from you is the one that's going to be absolutely focused within, like, absolutely is the dog that you sell them, the one that's gonna have a fucked up rear, overbite, underbite? You know what I mean? These are the things people want to know. So, but only those who are closest to us will really take that assessment. You know what I mean? Other people outside of our friends and family just need awareness. That's where supporting yourself, another part of supporting yourself, in nickel and dime and getting your money together and putting some ads out there and driving places where you need to put yourself and your product and your service in a proper placement so people can see and know what it is that you do. No more, no less. You know what I'm saying? If you're not in a proper place with your product, the people outside of your family and friends will never see your shit. So again, if you're banking on your family and friends, you're going to want to blow your head off. Oh, I got a big family. I don't see why. You think the way the world works that your family knowing that's how people are. Knowing like, man, you got 100 family members that you know, you got a banging product, you sell um I'll say spirituals bracelets. Shout out to Sunshine bracelets. Cousin, forgive me, man. Y'all give me, I'll plug her all the way in, man. She got my praying beads and bracelets going on. A ray of sunshine on Facebook, man. But you think people knowing they just salty, man. Oh, if all 100 of my people buy one, I'll have I'll just make $12,000. You know what happened when them people think they putting money in your pocket? They gonna voice their opinion. Man, I'm making you rich. Man, I'm such and such. I'm putting money in your motherfucking pocket. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you don't necessarily want to initially get get what's up, Greg? You don't necessarily want to get what's up, Jessica? You necessarily don't want to get your initial support from your family. You know what I'm saying? In that instance, because family will be the quickest one to turn on you and hurt you and crush your whole shit. In that regard. So I don't want that kind of energy. But if I believe in myself and I feel like I got a banging product, I want to give myself the best chance, I gotta be willing, rain, sleet, hell, snow, to go outside of my family unit, period. You know what I mean? Because if I'm limited to myself to the 100 family members and the 20 friends I have, I'm missing the other fucking 10 billion people in the world. You see what I'm saying? We're that narrow-minded where we will miss the other 10 billion or 2 billion people in the world because they don't support me. Get real. Get real. You got to have proper placement with your situation. You got to learn to build the right relationships to get the right information to make shit happen. And I will definitely apply this shit to this dog game. A lot of shows coming up. A lot of people don't ask me to do shows, you know what I'm saying? I pace myself because I see what it is. The shows, I'm don't call me, the whistleblower. I won't say whistleblower like in that regard, but shit is real. There's a I don't like to use the phrase or term oversaturation, but there's definitely a higher climate of people that are I appreciate you, Jessica. Salute to you, man. But there's a lot of dolls coming up being produced. Whatever the breed is. Not just for American Bullies, a lot of dolls. I did volunteer work in the animal shelter, the county animal shelter for about a month. And you get to see what's coming in and what's going out. No matter what the breed is. With that being said, again, I'm talking to my dog folk right now. Even with the show, there's a lot of people, which is a good thing, I feel, as far as the number of shows that is going on, because everybody doesn't necessarily want to drive 5 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. So it's definitely good, especially with the number of dogs out there in our community, that there's, closer, remotely closer events and venues to go to. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Rodney? But if those things aren't properly handled, even though the dog market is oversaturated, if you don't properly handle your business, you won't be a cut above. If you don't properly promote your show, you will not be a cut above. You will just get swept into the wayside. And a lot of people are asking me questions in that regard. What can I do better for this and what can I do better for that? It's like you got to really think outside the box, because there's a lot of people out here in this world trying to do the same thing you're doing. You're letting all the wrong things distract you and not paying attention to the right things, which is the people that you're scared to go to who are really going to support you. You know what I mean? And support is really some simple thing. It's just be there. It's like your child. You know what I mean? They just want you to be there. So you don't necessarily got to give money. Just be there. Just to know that you're there so they can see your face and smile. They're like, damn, I appreciate you stopping out, big dog. I appreciate you stopping. I appreciate you bringing the kids by. You know what I mean? Now, God forbid you do that in a multitude of people. That means you had a great ass party. Yeah, right. Yeah, Ike says, what happened if you do sell to your family on the next letter? Who knows you? Right, exactly. Gonga, what's going on, baby? Some people think supports means simply making a purchase, sharing content, providing recommendations, and right. So to that degree, Gonga, and simply exactly, it's a multifaceted situation, man. It's a multifaceted situation. So even I'm gonna go down as far as the spiritual game. Somebody just knowing you putting your heart out there, just saying a good word, sending some good frequencies, good energy up to our Creator, on your behalf. All those things are needed, but at the end of the day, it's still up to you. The person, I tell you, when you wake up in the mirror, if there's some shit you want to do, you got to be ready. That's why I say you got to support yourself first. You got to be ready for no support from the outsiders. You got to be ready. When you throw a show, you got to be ready. Like, damn, the team might fall apart, but guess whose name is on the slip? Your name. Who's responsible for the bill? You are. You got to be ready to step forward and do that shit. If you open up an auto mechanic shop with a transmission guy, a engine guy, and a fucking, you know what I'm saying, gas fuel guy, and one of them decide to quit, I hope you took that damn master mechanics class and at least covered your bases so you can get up in there and start troubleshooting the problem, because somebody trusted your word and your services, and they're waiting for the services to come back, you know, as you said you would provide optimally, or you're going to be found out a frugazi. Shout out to the underboss. So I think it's imperative that we learn that when we look up in that mirror, man, it's really you the tip of the spear. You're the tip of the spear. The tip of the spear means you pierce, you prick, you get people's attention at all costs. You forging, you coming through. That's what being a leader is. That's what being an entrepreneur is. That's what being again, whatever service you claim you provide, whatever product you know what I'm saying, you say you produce. You have to keep that yearning and stop focusing on the family and friends part and start focusing on you and the other 20 billion people out here in this world. And learn and really do your research and learn how to get ahead, not be in the same place, because I guarantee you all these damn distractions, when you focus on your family, it makes you want to quit. It makes you want to quit. It makes you want to quit. I know too many people out here. Shout out to Kevon when he did his Bullies in the Berg part 2. So many times he wanted to quit. Jimmy, this going on. Jimmy, this going on. When I was hosting our show, so many times I wanted to quit. You know what I mean? I had this going on. My partners at the time had this going on. But people still wanted to, exactly, Ganga. People still wanted to, you tricked a lot of people. That's what happens when we open our mouth and say we want to do things. We think people are not supporting us, but there's a bunch of people watching and waiting. Not for you to fail, again, for them to be able to see that you did what you said you was going to do. No more, no less. That's your job. That's your magic trick to pull that shit off. Once you do that, rain, sleet, hail, snow, God always blesses. God always blesses in that right. But you can't blame anybody. I challenge you to get a great support system, and that's not necessarily always internal in your family. In a perfect world, I wish it would. I wish it would be our family nucleus, but some of us come from a battered and broken past. And we can't necessarily call and have the kind of conversations with mom or dad. You know, sometimes even in our own households, we feel like we can't necessarily have that conversation, you know, with our loved ones. You know what I mean? But you have to build a team that's ready to push. I don't want to say push harder than you, because no one's going to push the product or the agenda harder than the one who started it. But it's that simple, and you have to learn how to talk to people, man. If you don't know how to talk to people and work your way, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose, and you can have everything planned out as much down to a T, damn near, and things fall apart the last week, the day before order's supposed to be done. There's so many things that could happen during your efforts, but never get discouraged to the point to where you feel like everybody I know has disowned me because they don't necessarily want to monetarily buy what you have to sell. Now, your head, depending on how strapped and hungry you are, you know, that kind of, you're like, damn, I'm trying to eat and I ain't trying to rob y'all, so I'm hoping you buy from me, you know, understood. But that's not necessarily always the case, man. Quick shout out to King Pope Kindles, man. Shout out to my dog. Y'all know King Pope Kindles make those beautiful stack boxes. They got flywheel, fly nuts on the end, able to adjust and slide with much ease. They also he also makes the whelping boxes with your personalized logo and color on there. All you gotta do is let them know your color and your logo, and he gets them squared away. Very great product. Yeah, so y'all go ahead and check him out. Facebook, Instagram, Mr. Pope, KPK Kindles, man. Y'all give him a holler. As always, appreciate your support. Keep doing what you do. Uh, exactly, underboss. Oh shit. Um, yeah, yeah. It takes a village, man. It's about mental health. Which I always stress the most. It's about mental health. Um, everybody has a mission. Some of us see it before others. And with that mission, there is support that will come because you can't do it without support. It's how you get your support. It's how you build your network. Um, and I think for some of us, it's a sad day when we feel like we're looking for the right thing for our family to say, but it's not their fault. I think in life we try to blame um, a lot on our. I think we try to blame people to escape shit. Personally, when you have a task at hand, when you're an entrepreneur, the level of accountability is excruciating. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that level of accountability, there's nobody to blame. There's no one to say, "Oh, such and such department gave me the wrong papers. Such and such department didn't email me. Such and such department didn't call and put the order in." When you're every goddamn department, that means you gotta organize your mind and your life to such a degree to make your task palatable and functionable so you can accomplish goals. That journey is not one. You got one big goal that you gotta break into smaller goals. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and give a quick little right there. Shout out to XLBC. There's a show December 10th, down in Conyers, Georgia. You guys make sure you check that out. Again, XLBC is the only registry that's dedicated to the XL class in the bully breed. XLs are shunned upon because they're big dogs. Everybody's in the small dogs, the Frenchies in the pockets now, um, and they've definitely been making their wave into the community. But it's all about the big dog status. Not everybody can handle. You know what I mean? The big dogs. So we definitely appreciate Shirley Caller and Gary Caller for sacrificing their time and talents to organize the registry for the breed. It's growing on a daily basis. It's exciting to see the people now. Again, the same thing, and I meant that in the same positive light. They're building. Things have been slow, but it's been organic, and more people are signing. More and more judges are coming. More and more events are being plugged in. So it's exciting time for the XL breed. Um, a couple years ago, we saw a slow up in the XL breed production, in my own strong personal opinion, and people really didn't know because ABKC has switched up some things as far as how they wanted to re-implement the XL class of the American Bully breed within their registration. Before the XL breed couldn't start getting accruing points until they were 12 months of old. 12 months of age. Now start at 69, the XL class, and ABKC can start accruing points. XLBC is dedicated from zero on up. We get into it. So if you claim you have a big dog, you make sure you come on down December 10th. Stop talking all that bullshit behind the microphone, behind them screens, man. I've been saying that time and time and time and time and time and time again. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. And y'all see the sponsorship and class sponsorship right there. You have the opportunity to go ahead and do so. Contact the group page on Facebook or Instagram, XLBC, or directly Shirley Caller or Cherokee Caller on Facebook, and contact them for more details on how you could be involved. They have a great sponsorship package and programs. And again, it's all about the sponsors. I'm an advocate for sponsors. I'm an advocate for showing sponsors a good time. Especially when you're growing, you want to set a good tone, a good pace for everyone who supports, who actually monetarily supports your situation. Um, it's not just about donating and sticking a sticker somewhere. It's about the visual. Again, you want to make the person that's actually giving a locked in sum of money a visual that, hey, um, we want to let the people know that you were here, your presence is here, your time and energy is here, and also we want to give you such a special look that next time you're definitely, When's the next show? Because even if you didn't come to the show, you like, man, I want to put my logo in here. I want to put my business in here, not just the bully business. Sponsorships, to those of you who are watching and sharing, sponsorships are for all businesses. So I challenge everybody with a task. If you got the football teams, baseball teams, and bullies, find try to tap into the other 2 billion people out in the world. You know what I mean? Try to figure out creative ways to tap into the other 2 billion people, the other millions of businesses out there to bring new eyes, new fresh looks, and new energy into whatever you do. In this case, I'll say the American Bully situation. Um, I think when things get boring, we look for something new. It's human nature, you know. So you got to stay on your toes and be innovative. It's all about me, motivation, inspiration, and innovation. It's all about me. So you have to be ready. You have to be motivated enough to do something to inspire the people through a way of change. If it's not change, they're looking at it as like a new app. That's why they come with new updates, new versions. You know, that's why they came up with all these classes of American Bullies. People started getting bored. I wonder what it looks like 6 inches taller. I wonder what it looks like 3 inches shorter. I wonder what it looks like with a bigger head. I wonder what it looks like when it can't breathe or walk. You know what I mean? I don't know who came up with the great idea to try to build a dog that can't breathe or walk, you know, unless you're pulling around the goddamn play school wagon, but to each their own. But people got bored with whatever the standard was. So you have this world, definitely in this area, it's the popcorn convenient world. You have to figure out innovative ways to capture people's attention and bring them into the fold. I'm still watching the Mac. Pimping is pimping is pimping. It's about the mind control. But people don't want to know they're being mind control. That's the ultimate dopeness of mind control. Control them so they feel like they have a willingness of what they're doing, but you're actually controlling the situation. That's what advertising is done. It's done to, we know you don't want to spend money. You want to save money. But if I throw the right commercial on at the right time of day on the right station, I bet you I can get you to get my product. Same thing work with this sponsorship in the dog arena. You know, the right lives, the right products placement, the right ads and promos. You see what I'm saying? It's all a point and a purpose to all this shit. What else? Y'all see I keep it pimping. So shout out to Brotherhood Kennels. Shout out to Potter's House. Those were the final three pretty much. Through all the between the 4 shows. I only was able to make it to 3 shows because I was sitting there fucking talking the whole time. But between the 4 shows, the 2 shows in XLBC and the 2 shows in ICBR, it was a good day. It was a good run. We came out there and we did our thing. Now, what I will say, you know, there was some sidebars on the performances, you know. At the end of the day, it's about the dog performance and it's about the judge, you know, how the judge is feeling. We can talk offline about certain things that transpired during the dog show. You know, certain critiques that could be made that we're seeing, you know. But shout out to the people, you know, who don't have to hold your dog's head. I too struggled in that sometimes, you know, where the dog is not performing right and you got to steady it by holding his head a little bit while it's being evaluated. But, you know, when you're in a competition, you're the one who don't have to hold the dog's head. You know, you just hold the lead while the dog is standing there being presented and stacked up, you know, for the judges for final review. You know, you can tip your hat, you know. So shout out to the people out there who don't have to hold their dog's head while they're showing the dog. You know, if it ain't Messi, it ain't me. Yeah, so I think there's a couple other meet and greets coming up, and a couple other shows. ABKC was December. Oh, also, damn, I forgot. Forgive me, Tim. The ICBR show, Lord. I believe that's coming up December. That's in December as well. Forgive me. I'll go back live again later or post it on this feed. The ICBR show that's coming up as well. Hosted by Timothy Sinclair. Um, don't be discouraged. We have our disappointing times, our disappointing days, our discouraging days, but I challenge you not to be discouraged. I challenge you to keep going. I challenge you to keep pushing. Um, it's never going to get any easier. The time is never going to be now. You know what I mean? There's no perfect. I don't care if you got the best business plan. I don't care if you didn't got the best credit score. All the things is when you have a, a a good arsenal that cuts down on the levels of anxiety as far as um your financials and stuff like that, which is a big part of risk first reward of us trying to do things as far as being an entrepreneur, running shows, hosting shows, producing dogs, producing whatever we do. But having the right money and credit will never fill the void of courage it takes to put a piece of yourself out there as a product or a service, because that's what we're doing. We're putting a talent that we have, something that we feel that we want to share. Hopefully it's something that we feel we can do for the rest of our lives because we love it so much, or at least we love it for the time being so much that we're willing to go through all this, back and forth to show the people that I can compete in this arena because I have a good product for you. I have great cakes. I have the best cakes. I know you've tasted other cakes, but my cake is the best cake. As a matter of fact, my cake is so good it can be on your wedding table. My cake is so good it could be at your kid's birthday party. My cake is so good it could be at the bar mitzvah. You know what I mean? When you come out with a new product, a dog, a car, a shirt, you're interrupting the market as it stands. You want people to break off their concentration and what they know as a norm to say, hey, I want to come attend this show. Hey, I want to come buy this dog. Hey, I want to come buy this T-shirt. Hey, I want this person to be my accountant, to do my taxes. Hey, I want this person to paint my house and without getting paint on the trimming, and without I want somebody to lay my carpet without leaving holes in my carpet. You're interrupting a person's train of thought and mind on what's already out there, a norm that's out there. Pepsi, Coke, all that, it's a norm. What's up, Clarence? All these other candles that's been out there, it's a norm for them. So everyone has to go through the same. Again, it doesn't matter your money, your monetary level at that point. It's about interrupting the market that you're in, penetrating at the tip of the spear, and being effective, getting people's attention to say, hey, I trust what you're saying. I trust what you're showing me enough for me to go ahead and start to exchange some funds with you. That's all the game is about. Now, if you can think about it with that mindset, I think you're going to be all right. It's a big mind game. How can I get these people to trust me enough to trust my products and services? If you're not in the right place at the right time, you say, what's the right place at the right time? How you find that out? You keep going and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going until you look back and you be like, damn, I didn't even realize I got this far. And damn, oh yeah, I passed that last place. I was already at that right. I had to get to another right spot at another right time. This shit goes on and on and on and on. Stop taking up people's time if you haven't did your due diligence to support yourself first, because I guarantee you, once people really truly see what you're doing, they start to come looking for you. Hey, let me give you some advice. I seen you doing such and such. Hey, when you get a chance, DM me. Hey, when you get a chance, get on the phone. Hey, when you get a chance, come to the house. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. That's because it's been done to me, and I do it to people the same. Damn, I see you working. I see you soldier through that. Hey, shit, meet me at the park. Hey, let's go grab a bite and talk. Did you ever think about, oh, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. That's cool. I seen you doing your thing. I just wanted to give you some tips and tricks. Salute. Keep doing what you do. That mean the world to people. So now, some people will take that and be like, Oh, such and such called me and talked to me. I know I'm gonna be great, da 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 da, and don't never do shit else after that because they wanted some acknowledgement. Again, people want to be able to trust in you to be able to do what you say you're gonna do. And when you have clout chasers out there that fuck it up for everybody, that makes things look oversaturated because they just want a head nod from somebody. They don't want to keep doing this and really impress on people. And because once you start putting out a good product and a good service, like my aunt, shout out to Aunt Sue, man, one of the baddest masseuses out there. My aunt just gave me the 45-minute head to toe, get your soul right massage. You hear me? You know what I mean? And I told her, big ups, man. I wish I could get this every day. But when people see what you're doing and see what you're doing, and then they start to trust you, and then they're willing to invest in you in that manner. That's why people spend money with you. Even if you know what I'm saying, if people can trust you, if you can get people to trust you with something, they're gonna buy something from you. That's just game. That's just game. You know what I mean? It's how you handle, how you build your relationship. That's where your support is going to come from. Your support will never die if you don't know how to handle certain things. If you don't know how to prioritize what's important and what's not important, like these relationships are worth keeping. These relationships are not worth keeping. These relationships are more intimate and personal. These relationships are more business and personal, not intimate. Because there's a certain level, I've spoken on that topic before. They say business is not personal, but it's a thin line. You got to get personal, a thin line to bring people into your world, because it's your pitch. When you bring people into your world, you're pitching for them to buy into you. You know what I'm saying? Life is chess. I didn't make this shit up. It just is what it is. When a preacher starts preaching, he says things in such a way to get you to believe him. And then what he's saying. You be like, man, it's something that I can identify with him to trust what he's saying. Hopefully in that right, it's the God in him. But that again, so anyway, last and finally not least, man, we're gonna give a quick shout out to Meet the Doobies. Y'all hit www.meetthedoobies.com. As you all know, if you don't know, we have our own rolling papers, trays, grinders, ashtrays, you name it, stickers, smell-proof cases, etc., etc., etc. Slow burning, all natural hemp, unbleached paper. You know what I mean? Slow burn, road to perfections. Y'all holler at them. Y'all can catch us on our group on Facebook, Meet the Doobies, or you can go on Instagram. Find us on Meet the Doobies, man. Y'all chime in, check on the flavors, man. Politic talk on what's going on out in this medicinal world. Greatly appreciate you. Yeah. So I just want the people to know that you're going to have some successes and you're going to have some failures. Just because you have some failures don't mean that you're a failure in life. It means you failed at whatever that particular task was. That doesn't mean that you're a failure in life. Just because your mom and dad hasn't patted you on the back and said good job, I feel like that's that scripture. I can't think of the scripture where it said at the end, you want to hear it on Judgment Day, thou good job, thou good and faithful servant, from God off the throne and seat of righteousness. Everybody wants to hear that from their parents or somebody. Good job, son, you did it. Good job, you finally did it. But that ain't the end all be all of you. That's not the end all be all of you. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that 100 times over from people again. Them strangers who don't know you. Them other 2 billion people in the world. You're gonna get that first most of the times before you get that from your family, and you're gonna change lives with your product and your service. That's a reflection of you. That's a piece of you that you want to share with the world. 100 people can make shirts, but you make shirts a different, special way. 100 people can make graphics, but you make graphics a certain way that no one else does. Oh, well, he pieced this off of this person. He pieced it. It don't matter. They took them bits and pieces of that recipe and they made them theirs, just like this dog game. They took this piece of this dog, this kennel, this piece of Iron House, this piece of Filthy Rich, this piece of Big Vision, this piece of Major Mass, this piece of Wildfire, and we made this, and we made this one, all this into this one dog, and I want to stand behind. This is my particular dog. This is my custom piece that fits within this category, this realm. This is my dog, my American Bully. These are my shirt designs that I pieced together, compiled. I put through the copyright. It cleared the copyright that this is an original piece. This is mine, and I want to give you a piece, my piece to you. What does that piece mean? Oh, it means skeed. Skeed. What does skeed mean? I got my skeed. I'll bring the skeed line back out. Thinking outside the box. You know what I mean? Supreme Kings educating and um, educating, executing discipline. You know what I mean? It always takes discipline. These tattoos that I have on me are constant reminders of what my daily mission is. You know what I'm saying? Everything I have on my body is a constant reminder. What's going on, Anthony? What's going on, John? It's a constant reminder of my mission, nomadic lifestyle. Why? I'm always on the move in that regard. And I'm always knowing I'm on a journey and a mission, roaming through the desert, roaming through the badlands, trying to figure it out, trying to make something happen. And I meet some great people on that journey. I meet some fuck people on that journey. But the great people, the good and decent people on it, that's the part about being a nomad. You don't stay there long. You say, hey, high and low, Mr. Break Bread right here. You say, hey, high and low, you build. Hey, how you doing? I see some things. So you had bad weather last night. Yeah, such and such and such and such. Hey, you might need to take this coat for such and such. All right, boom, appreciate you. We building for things that I need to survive on my journey. And then once you make it to a certain milestone within your journey, that's when you can spin back around one day because you still always on the go. Say, hey, I got something for you. What's that? I learned such and such up the road on such and such mountain. You need to have this once, because I know you're going to go up there one day. I know you're going to go up there one day. You ain't been there yet. I see you headed that way, so I want to, you know what I mean? It's information. That's support. But it has to be gained. Knowledge ain't given freely. They say knowledge is free, but they kind of fucking lie. You know what I mean? Knowledge ain't free. You know? You want to get access to the book, you got to go to the library. Who's the library? Who's the bookkeeper? You always got to get access. You always have to know how to talk. You always have to learn how to build. Build with the tongue first. Your rhetoric, your words. That has to trigger this right here for them to be like, So again, watching some YouTube videos, watch you some whatever you need to, whatever you need to do to learn how to talk and articulate to people to get your point across, to be more effective, to accomplish your goal. And once you do that, people start to, it's like an atom. Once you're born as an atom, knowledge, energy starts to draw. When you start to move and get momentum, energy starts to draw close to you and move around you. Things get to moving and changing. Sometimes you can see it when you see it early on, then later you're that much better for it. But some things, when you get to moving, that's what I'm saying. You just got to keep moving. Real power movement. You got to keep moving. No matter what happens, no matter who says what to you, you got to keep moving. Once you quit, once you stop, however you choose to stop your task, depending on what the risk versus reward is in your life, that's done. The energy, the focus it will take to restart that thing is so much harder. That's the weight of discouragement that becomes a disappointment to you. I don't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? You say I don't want to do it. Yeah, appreciate you, Anthony. Correct. And a lot of suicides and a lot of things, man. Shout out, man. Shout out to my man Kevin, man. So many things is going on in this world, man, where people have been discouraged, man. And the young girl over there in Mexico, they took on vacation with her friends, man. They beat that girl up, beat her to death, man. The kid here at UVA, man, who shot, the 5 people, 3 of them dead, man, said he was being bullied, man. The shit that's going on, the levels of discouragement and disappointment are at an all-time high. So when you got something on you, you got to push. What's going on, King? What's up, Joel? So when you got something on you, an agenda, a vision, there's distractions. Like that's when you put your quarter in the vision game. When you put your quarter in the arcade game of life that says, I have a new focus, I have something I great want to do. As soon as you say, God, I want to do it, Creator, I want to do it, Self, I want to do it, and you pop that fucking quarter in the arcade machine for that particular mission, that particular game, guess what? Do. Get ready. The game. What's that? Donkey Kong just don't let you climb up to the top of the goddamn thing. And nah, that motherfucker Mario dropping with the pile bombs and Turtle Brothers dropping barrels. The obstacle is not to let you get to the top with such goddamn ease. That's why it's called game/the game of life. You dig what I'm saying? The object, when you say, man, God, I got something on my heart. I got a pet grooming business I want to do. Everyone says I do great with dogs. I do great. I want to be a pet groomer. God says, great. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to start this. Then you go like, damn, how do I start my paperwork? Defense, that's the enemy one. Damn, how do I get my EIN number? That's number 2. How I get my state tax number? Damn, that's number 3. Do I need a logo yet? How do I copyright my logo? How do I find the right graphics person to do my logo? How do I get my business account, my business credit up? How do I get and this is all before you even get your product in hand to put out to the public. All this shit happens when you say I got a mission. And then once you spend all your time and energy trying to get all this information and package it up together and put yourself out there, we're now depending on our few family members and friends to spend all their money to recoup the money we spent because we said, I have a dream. Oh, I have a dream. They did. Yeah, baby, that sounds good. Go out there and get it. No, you supposed to give it to me, auntie. No, I'm not. I got shit to do. Nah. There's going to be distraction and disagreements and disappointments. Soon as you put your quarter in the game and say, I got this. I've been doing this for years. I can officially do it and make a good run. Trust me, man. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, you can't be handing no keys. You can't be handing no fucking keys. If you go to the arcade to put your money in the arcade game so you can go and whatever the cruising game is on the car, so you can just drive straight to the pole position, the old Atari joint. You think you're going to pop your fucking quarter and you just get to drive through the track with no other cars on the track, no oil spills, none of the little rain clouds, the little slick spots when you fall. It don't work like that. What's the point of playing the goddamn game? I'm going to come at it that way. A super optimist. What's the point of playing a fucking game if you can just skate through it? How do you feel like you've been victorious? Victory means you were in a battle. It won't no battle driving on a clean track. It won't no battle if you Donkey Kong, you get to climb to the King Kong, you get to climb straight to the top and go, oh! No, motherfucker, it's supposed to be airplanes shooting at your ass. Level 5 and 10, the army's supposed to be shooting at your motherfucking ass. And you supposed to be ducking and swatting and ducking and swatting, fighting and fighting and fighting to get to the top to be like, motherfucker, I did this shit. That's when it becomes enjoyable. That's when it becomes this shit was worth it. That's when, you understand? That's what the game is for, to give you that, to make you feel that much about life. Man, nobody gonna give you shit out here, man. And when you looking for it from your family, your surrounding friends, that's gonna be one of the biggest disappointment. And I guarantee you're gonna fuck up a lot of relationships based off of that emotion. I guarantee you. Oh, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't fuck me. You're right. They're not going to fuck with you. Your family friends probably going to the last one to buy a dog from your ass, the last one to buy a shirt from your ass, a last one to get you to wash, detail their car, a last one to get you to redo their roof, last one to get you to, you know what I'm saying, do their lawn care service. They're going to be all that. It come with it. Your job is to still figure out how to maintain your course and still somehow have a real love for your people and continue your journey. Eventually, it's inevitable. Magnetism, them same people gonna come. Hey, cuz, can I get a dog? Hey, bro, can you do my roof? I seen it. Now, you could be a prideful motherfucker and a spiteful motherfucker and be like, nah, I'm good. Your money ain't no good. Nah, you tried to play me back in the day. Nah, where was you when I needed? That ain't they fucking fault. That ain't their problem. As a person who's now stamped and certified with a product, it's your job to decide how you want to handle that relationship, because they could be another big word of mouth bank for you. You see what I'm saying? You could fuck up a lot of relationship when they was a key to a whole lot of other people, but you ain't think that highly of them. Nah, you ain't helped me. Fuck you. You keep your good energy. You understand me? You keep your shit about you. Because that means you don't never want to get too dependent on the people outside the family, because they could, once they turn your back on you, that's when you're going to start calling back to your family and friends. Man, I fucked up, man. I miss y'all. No, don't work like that. Don't quite work like that, Pepe. I assure you, man. you know. Yeah, so don't stress. What's up, Jamal? Appreciate you, King. Right, man. You got to have obstacles, man. Or to say if it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. We can go back to the American Bully thing. They think breeding is easy, and everybody try to flood the market with all these different kind of types and style dogs. It's so easy. And I've been through many hallways and cuts. Hey, man, anybody selling dogs? Hey, anything going on right now? Man, I haven't been able to sell my dogs. Man, what did you do during COVID, gentlemen? Hey, when such, you getting yours off? Don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you the same thing. Hold your head. Know when to hold, know when to fold. The game is to be sold, not to be told. Again, information is precious. Just that I'm not giving it to you. Me saying that gave you some information. That's advanced game. Me saying what I said should have clued you in on some things. Okay. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? So yeah, this supply and demand, there's always going to be that, and there's always going to be only the strong. Within supply and demand, there's the thing that holds the glue that holds supply and demand together is only the strong. What do I do when the demand drops? What do I do when I have too much supply? Whatever your product and whatever your service is, you might tile floors and shit and decide to buy a surplus of 10,000 tiles, whatever style, because it's been booming, and all of a sudden something happens, and now you sitting, spend $10,000 and got a shitload of tiles sitting around and no business to put no floors down. It's like, what do I do? You're gonna run into them problems. You still hold your cool, you still hold your head, and you still move forward. Again, this game, this cool. Once you pop that quarter, it don't stop. And then once it do stop, the game over. Ain't nah, you know. That's it. You done gave your life up. You done gave your time up. You done sold all these dreams to your kids, your old lady, your husband, the same mom and dad, the cousins you talking about. Fuck you. You didn't support me. You sold everybody a false dream. You sitting back around the house doing the same old shit. You sitting around, and again, the 9 to 5 is cool, but your heart is different when you got to go back to work, when you claim you was going to be an entrepreneur because you believed in yourself first before anybody else believed into you. You was ready to die for that shit. And it didn't jump off the way you wanted it to jump off because maybe you didn't do the right things. I want to say, you know what I'm saying? To get your shit jumping off, and you got to go back to work. It's like these rappers out here that used to be on top. You see them on tour wearing all this jewelry that they lease, all these driving all these cars they renting. Then they don't got the #1 hits no more. They don't get the streaming views no more. And they got to take their ass back to regular school. Or they got to take their ass back to Wendy's or something. That's why they out there rather rob and kill, because of the embarrassment of like, damn, I fucked up. I gave up. I didn't handle my situation right, and I'm right back here where I started. Is that it? Is that it? That's the support you was looking for? Hey, y'all, I tried. Yeah, you did, man. You gave it your best. That's it. It's all about me. Motivation, inspiration, and innovation, man. I appreciate y'all, man. At the end of the day, that's all I'm here to do, man. I say this and I mean it. I'm not special in that right. I'm just like you, but I know I'm special enough that God chose to give me breath and energy to speak to y'all, man, and do what I do. So I'm special in that right. But I'm just like y'all, man. I'm just a passionate try and failure. I'm gonna keep trying and failing. What's up, Vernon? I'm gonna keep trying and failing until I'm in the grave. And whatever new body I take on, wherever God send my spirit, I'm gonna keep that motherfucker going, keep trying and failing. I'm just like y'all, man. I'm just like y'all. When you do your point, when you keep moving like that atom, that small atom, energy generates. People start to come around, and they might not automatically interact with you, but they'll definitely observe. You know what I mean? That's the thing about people. They looking for they 50-50. They looking to see if you succeed, They're looking to see how long it's going to take you for the succeed, and how short of a run it's going to take for you to fail. That's what we do. How long is it going to take you to get on, and how long did it last? If it didn't work out in the timeline that you told everybody, man, I'm gonna be on in 6 months. I'm be on. I got this big thing coming down the pipeline. I got a big breeding, or I got a big loan from the bank that's supposed to be approved. I'm gonna get this building. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be on. What's up, Caden? And that shit don't come through how you said it was. Oh, here comes your support that you living and breathing off of. Oh man, you ain't gonna make it, bruh. Yeah, I told you, Jimmy. I told you. Look, all you need is just go back to the factory. All you need, you need to find something more stable. Don't that irk the shit out you. And for right or for wrong reasons, you got to handle your business and handle your house accordingly. But that fuck you up when you got some hopes and dreams and somebody. Just go back to working at Bojangles. You know you was the king of making the Bowberry biscuits. Everyone loved you there at Bojangles. I really feel like that's where God had you ministering over at Bojangles. You're like, fuck Bojangles. And fuck y'all too. I'm coming home smelling like goddamn chicken every goddamn night. Biscuits and bow grease all over my goddamn nails. You know you work at Bojangles or KFC back in the day. You come home smelling like a bunch of goddamn chicken and shit. Smelling like ass. I got cold ass chicken in the refrigerator forever. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But again, even with that being said, Vern, thank you for that comment. Even with that being said, again, even if you move in silence and don't advertise what you say, people, human nature, sociology is observation of human interactions. The observation of the human fucking species, and within the group of sociology is a bunch of human experiments that these people mastermind and put us in, and they just observe and observe our reaction, our mental health. So you can move in silence on your best day, but people, as you move and start to gain ground, you'll get more onlookers and more onlookers and more onlookers. And you might feel alone, but they watching. And then you might go so far to where you feel alone, you drop. That's when, that's just how God worked, man. I can't tell you no lie. You might take a knee in something, and that little support will come when you least think, from the person you never thought it came from. And it normally come because however short or long that interaction was with that particular person that God may send to help you, man, the impression you left on them at that time, that building block of their relationship was so pertinent right then. They're like, shit, I got you, bro. Like, fuck it, man. I've been there, bro. I've been there, sis. Shit, it's nothing. They feel bad, like, I'm tripping. I even goddamn waited so long to help you. Had I known, I'm like, ooh, I see you got that. Oh, you got to do your part. You got to do your part at all costs. Please take that statement in the right way. You got to do your part. Absolutely, Vernon. Absolutely. Again, that's definitely another subject, but that we're cultivated in that energy to think a certain way. That kind of determines I won't say the trajectory, I'll say the speed of the trajectory. You know what I mean? On how fast or how slow we move. And even not in the sense where they say you move along, you go faster, you move together, you go farther type situation. You know what I mean? But the cultivation, again, in this microwave popcorn area that we live in the United States, again, it'll throw you off. It'll throw you off super fast because convenience and quickness, when you're trying to forge and be a trailblazer, convenience and quickness is not in the conversation. Nothing will be convenient and nothing will be fast. And trust and believe the day it does, it becomes fast and convenient. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. Trust me. Trust me. I don't even want to speak no bad energy. It just be like that. And if nothing else, it's just how it be in my life. So whether you move in silence or you make whatever your plans audible, just be willing to see it through. Whether people don't pat you on the back, you don't get the response. And it's hard. I know God knows it's so fucking hard. It takes a certain level of discipline. Supreme Kings educating and executing discipline right here. Discipline. It takes a certain level of discipline. And that discipline comes with being surrounded by people, places, and things. That's my drug talk, my rehab talk. For those of y'all who have been through rehab, people, places, and things. That's applicable across all levels of life. If you don't place yourself around the people and places and things that can help you and handle those relationships accordingly, you will surely fail. You will surely fail. And that will be because of you, not them. Goes back to accountability. That will be because of you, not them. Steady your course, man. Steady your course. Encourage people, motivate people, and I'm gonna say this in a duplicitous statement. Take your turn, but wait your turn. You know what I mean? That's game 2. That's something for you to chew on, something for you to ponder on. By all means, take your turn. Like, don't tell nobody you can't play. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm here. I'm in the game. I'm going to take my turn. But also wait your turn. Because there's levels to this shit. So, Jamal, so important. Who did I help? Hey, that's your tongue of good report. When you leave this earth, that's your tongue of good report. When it say, what did I do? It's not for the, in this regard, in this context of the conversation, it's not for the billions and that, right? It's really, again, those relationships on whatever you felt like your journey was of dispelling, pouring out your product or service, which is a piece of you, a piece of talent that you've learned that was even given to you naturally, or that you learned and mastered in such a way, you be like, man, I can share this with people and I can eat off of this. It's about that journey, man. And shout out to Jamal, man, and so many others, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate them candid talks. I appreciate them hood talks. I appreciate them military talks. I appreciate them spirit. Well, all the above was spiritual talks. You know what I mean? Because we all came to the certain common denominator with those, you know, who really shared at that table when we was at them tables, man. We needed to have that conversation. We needed to hear you was going through that struggle. I needed to hear you made it through your struggle. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on going. Yeah, fuck what they saying. We don't even know who they is, but we encouraging one another. Fuck what they say, man. Who is they? I don't know. Fuck them, though. Keep going. Damn, I just talked to a good brother tonight. Man, I just met a good sister, a good husband and wife couple, man. They've been going through it, but they happen to do such and such the same shit we was trying. Just encouragement, motivation, inspiration, innovation. All about me. MII. Copywritten. Thank you. Stay encouraged, man. Fuck it, man. Y'all keep it up, man. If it ain't messy, it ain't me, man. I fuck with y'all the long way.